Hello everybody and welcome to Job Ready Training. Today we are going to look at what is EC2 and how to launch EC2 instance in your AWS account with the default settings. So let's move forward and understand what is EC2. EC2, as per the documentation of AWS, EC2 is secure and resizable compute capacity to handle any kind of workload in AWS. That means EC2 provides you with a compute capacity and you can handle virtually any size of workload by using that compute capacity. EC2 instance is a virtual server. That means it acts as a virtual server in your AWS cloud. EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. It is a region scope service. That means there are several regions in AWS. Example, there is Mumbai, there is London, there is Paris. Before launching your EC2 instance, you have to make sure you select the region which is suitable for you. In our demonstration purpose, I'm going to use Mumbai as a region to launch our EC2 instance. When you're launching EC2 instance, you have to select your hardware profile and your operating system. Your hardware profile includes your CPU, your RAM, your storage and networking capabilities, and you can choose your operating system from your Windows or Linux or Mac OS. That means EC2 is quite flexible in terms of selection of hardware and software. Just to summarize, EC2 is a virtual server and it stands for Elastic Cloud Compute. It is a region scope service and you can do selection of your hardware and operating system. To look at the lab of how to launch your EC2 instance with the default settings and then how to connect to the EC2 instance using SSH. Let's go to our console. Now I am in my console. Now I can type here EC2, let's say EC2 and come here to EC2 console. Okay, so once you are here, there is something called as launch instances. I'm going to create one instance using launch instances. This is the Amazon machine image. As we saw, for our operating system selection, we need to select the Amazon machine image. For now, we are going to use Amazon Linux 2 AMI. Let's select this AMI. And this is your instance type. We are going to use T2 Micro, which provides one CPU, which provides 1 GB of memory, and the instance storage is EBS only. And we are going to launch this using default configuration. For now, let's select T2 Micro, which is already selected, and next. All these settings, we are going to keep it as default. And going forward in this series, I'm going to explain you what is the meaning of each and every setting while creating this EC2 instance. For now, keep these settings as default. Let's move to the add storage. Add storage, we are going to add 8 GB of storage to our EC2 instance. Let's go to tags, add tags. For now, just keep it as default. We don't want any tags. Next, configure security groups. I'm going to mark this as SG1, that is security group 1. And I'm going to paste this as security group 1. This security group allows us to do SSH to our EC2 instance. When we actually launch and try to connect it, it will allow us to do secure socket to our EC2 instance. And this means 0.0.0.0. This means allow SSH from any IP address. Let's review and launch. Yeah, we saw everything is fine and we are going to launch it. Before launching, it will ask us for choosing existing key value pair, but we are going to create a new key value pair for this instance. And let's try to give the key value pair, and as my region is Mumbai, I'm going to use MU. Now I'm going to download this key value pair, and as you can see, I've downloaded this key value pair. So just go ahead and launch your instance. Now it is initializing and you're launching your instances. Let me go back to EC2 view instances. You can see the instant state is in pending state for now. It takes a while to get ready and turn into running state. Just in meanwhile, I'm going to copy this and paste it here in my EC2. Okay, now my PEM file is in my EC2 folder, and let's see. Now if I refresh, I can see the instance state is in a running state. The instance type is T2 micro, and it is launched. Now let's go ahead and try to connect it from your local machine. For that, we need some of the details. For example, let's move on to networking tab. Okay, and in the networking tab, there is something called as public IP address, and there is something called as public IPv4 DNS. So this is the public address 310.134.195, and this is the public DNS. Okay, now I'll show you how to connect to this EC2 instance which you just launched using your command prompt. What you have to do, you have to select your EC2 instance and click on connect. Now there are various options to connect to your EC2 instance, but we are going to use the SSH client, which is secure socket client. So the AWS automatically gives you the command to connect from your command prompt. I'm going to explain you the command first. The command is actually ssh-i and the key value pair file that we just downloaded, and then the username EC2 user. It is fairly standard to use EC2 user as your username, and then your public IP address or your DNS. Okay, now AWS gives us this command. It builds this command for us, and let's copy this command and paste it in your command prompt. So first I'm going to use SSH. This is one utility that you have to install from Google if it is not there. In my computer it is already installed, so SSH it is present. Now I'll just copy the command from AWS and paste it here. So this is ssh-i, your key value pair PEM file, and then EC2 user, and then the public DNS. But I have to make sure that the PEM file is present in the current directory. Let me go to that directory, which is EC2 instance. Okay. Now I am in a directory where my PEM file is present. I'll just try to copy the command and paste it. Now it is asking me, are you sure you want to continue connecting? And my answer will be yes, I'm sure I want to continue. And as you can see, I am connected to my newly launched EC2 instance. It is asking me to run this command sudo yum update. I'll do that, sudo yum update, and it is trying to update some packages, and it is asking me whether it is okay to download something. I'll say yes, and I have updated some of the packages on my EC2 instance. So I think that's it for this tutorial. In this tutorial we saw what is EC2 instance, how to launch your EC2 instance, and how to connect to your EC2 instance. And in the upcoming tutorials, in the upcoming videos, we are going to look at more things about EC2. What are the types of EC2 instances available, and a lot more things. Thank you guys for this video. See you in the next video. Thank you.